Diablo is back. The burning hells have spilled over once again, and the reign of Diablo 3 is over. Long live Diablo 4. Blizzard have been creating this game for nearly a decade. It's a return to the darkness and misery of the good old days. But for those fans who just couldn't wait, the developer offered a lifeline: early access. Sort of like a free demo, except it wasn't free. This was open to those who pre-ordered the game, so not really intended to sway people to buy it. The good news is, you could get access in other ways, like having the correct internet provider, or the right mobile phone plan, or by buying a chicken sandwich. The more you think about it, the more absurd it gets. Maybe what's most confusing is that this whole thing isn't as outrageous as it should be. It almost feels normal for developers to pull stunts like this. So I just want to ask, what the hell is going on? Before I go any further, I want to clear up one thing. If you're looking for the video that's going to be breaking down the beta, talking about the good and the bad, the combat feel, the itemization, the classes, the story, the world, this isn't it. I'm here to talk about fried chicken. I have my thoughts on what I liked and what I didn't like about Diablo 4, but I'm not going to talk about that. This is more about everything surrounding the game. Here you have the game itself, and here you have a grease-soaked fast food promotion and dystopian marketing strategies. I'm here to talk about this. So first thing to clear up, I called it a demo. Blizzard called it a beta. Well, which is it? It's kind of in the middle. Probably better to find another definition that's neither this nor that. Let's call it a stress test. Blizzard wants to make sure the servers can handle the strain. Else we'll have a repeat of the Diablo 3 launch, which will probably inevitably happen anyway. But that's besides the point. So, let's face some facts. The game had this stage 3 months before its launch. The game's had a 10-year development cycle. We can't expect sweeping changes or Blizzard fishing for player feedback, because the game is in the home stretch. It's pretty damn close to what we can expect to see when June rolls around. That's why I'm hesitant to think of it as a beta in conventional terms. But Blizzard still got something invaluable from it. They'd done technical tests and stress tests previously, but not of this magnitude. So they got a chance to really put the pressure on their game a few months before its go time. Players get to see the game early, and Blizzard gets to test their servers. Everybody wins, and everything's balanced. Great. But this balance tips when you bring in all the other stuff. The exclusive promotions, the big business deals, all that grease, sinew, and thick gravy from Colonel Sanders. This moves it from beta past promotional tool and turns it into a lucrative moneymaker. I'm not going to pretend like I know just how much all these deals will bring in for Blizzard, but I'm assuming it's going to be a hell of a lot. So players are, one way or another, buying into this beta. But it wasn't even exclusive. There was a free one the following week, so why bother? Well, Blizzard sure does understand the power of FOMO, and they knew a great deal of their players wouldn't be able to sit idly by while other players got their hands on the game. So these players went and bought some fried chicken. They gorged on 11 secret herbs and spices for a shot at raising hell a little earlier than everyone else. And most wouldn't even think twice about this. Advertising and video games go hand in hand these days. Remember Battlefield 2142? It had in-game billboards advertising everything from processors to Pepsi. It even had an I Am Legend billboard, a film that would have been 135 years old in the game's timeline. No one was fooled. Everyone was outraged. Keep your adverts outside of our games, we said. But they didn't, because the strategy worked. Little by little, even more egregious examples cropped up. We were outraged. We said no, but they kept on coming. And here we are today. We're at a point in time where if we want to play a demo of a game, we have to chow down on grease and fat and chicken and salt. But it's not even like the KFC and Diablo collab is a freak occurrence. McDonald's did a promotion with Overwatch, giving you a skin if you bought a meal. Burger King did the same thing with Call of Duty. Those are 3 different fast food chains, and they are dealing with one publisher. In every case, you eat this, you receive that. Go supersize and we'll give you something digital. Ignore the calories, focus on the pixels. But it's not just Activision Blizzard. Burger King slapped their logo all over NBA 2K21, and Wendy's had a massive Fortnite campaign, encouraging players to keep Fortnite fresh. That's a fast food joint advertising directly to children. There is no subtlety here at all. Now, video game devs getting in bed with fast food joints is nothing new. They've always done in-store promotions, some even making their own games. Once upon a time, you'd even get a free mini game or a demo pack with your meal. But we weren't buying the food to get the disc, it just sort of came with it. It was a nice little tacked on bonus. Now it's the other way around. We're walking into these places because we want the skin, or we want the game access, or we want whatever digital tidbit is being dangled before us. Yes, we'll eat the food, but not because we want to, it's just what stands between us and the fancy virtual doodad we so desire. These promotions are becoming unavoidable. Hop on Twitch on any given day and you'll find a fast food promoted event, or a streamer endorsing some burger or pizza, or mid-roll ads telling you to buy the super deluxe bacon royale or the king-size artery buster.
Oh, it's so tender.
So good.
Try the new crispy chicken sandwich today.
We don't even think twice about it. But shouldn't we? These things are slippery slopes, and once advertisers get their claws in, they'll just keep at it. Look at energy drinks. They've been slapping their logos on games, tournaments, and teams for as long as I can remember. Gamer fuel this, elite energy that. Drink this and you'll become better at the game. Guzzle this concoction of sugar and chemicals and you'll be able to headshot a fly from 1,000 meters away. You're at your best when you're tweaking on a sugar high. It's all ridiculous, isn't it? But we accept it. It's normal now. Fundamentally, advertisements in games are off-putting. But it's not just that. No. The thing that really me off is, basically, all these products are poison. The Double Down burger that granted you access to Diablo 4's beta, that in itself is about as much saturated fat and salt as a human is supposed to consume in a day. An energy drink has what, 14 teaspoons of sugar in it? That is way too much. Like seriously, it's ludicrous. Maybe I'd be okay with the whole eat at KFC, play Diablo 4 angle if there was a healthy option. Like, give me a salad. Give me something that isn't gonna have me hunched over a toilet bowl 4 hours later. Just even a vitamin or two. But then again, I don't think I'd be okay with it. Salad or not, it's the whole damn thing. Here I am preaching to you about the evils of battery farmed chickens dunked in a deep fat fryer. I just don't want to lecture anyone. It doesn't feel good. You know, this whole situation is weird. But it seems as soon as a company dangles a video game item hidden inside a burger, we all just forget about it. We tunnel vision onto the early access privilege or the free skin that comes with our burger. It's Happy Meal toys all over again, except this time, we're old enough to know better, but yet we still buy it.
It's odd though, so I can get early access to the game without buying the game and then decide if I want to buy it?
Yeah.
Just with the chicken
you
sandwich.
Try it out.
Wow.
You're going to get it, right? You're going to play, right?
It's kind of, seemed like a deal.
And I'm using us and we here on purpose. I'm not raving at you and telling you this is your fault. No, I'm drawing focus on a bigger issue, that I am a massive hypocrite. I'm able to take the moral high ground and throw shade on the evils of fast food / video game promotions because I live in the UK. The KFC promotion isn't even available here. I'm boycotting and criticizing because it's easy and convenient for me. If I could partake, well, I probably wouldn't be standing here saying all this. Nope, I'd be in a shame spiral from shoveling Double Down burgers into my mouth, just so I could access Diablo a week early. And that's the whole root of the problem. Every time one of these promotions is announced, we get outraged, slightly disgusted. We rail against the depressing course of all the video game industry, but we buy into it anyway, because we're hypocrites. The allure of what is offered versus the ramifications of what ensues is too much for our moral judgment. It's Sisyphean. We push the boulder up and it rolls right back down. We think about the absurdity of the situation, we hate the place we're in, but we just keep doing it. Because secretly, deep down, as much as we don't like to admit it, we like to feel like part of an exclusive club. We don't want to be left behind when everyone else has the limited edition Wendy's Great Axe or the Pizza Hut M40. We are weak-willed little things, and if we weren't, well then all these promotions wouldn't exist in the first place. And looking at the trajectory that has led us here, I dread to think where that leads in 5 or 10 years. What are we gonna have to do to get a shot at Diablo 5's early access? Whatever it is, it'll happen, and it'll be ridiculous, but we'll all still buy into it, and the slippery slope will keep getting steeper. We are patsies, and yeah, we can feel bad about our choices and letting these things happen. And as much as it sounds like I'm trying to heap the blame on the consumer, that couldn't be further from the truth. While our moral compass may be a bit wonky and we may get influenced, what about the developers, the advertisers, the companies enacting these things? They've already shown that they don't give a about any form of accountability. They're advertising their products to children. They're products which have been proven time and time again to be incredibly harmful and addictive. And they're just so brazen about it. My moral compass may be skewed, but theirs is beyond repair. But they just don't care. They'll see their profits tick up after each one of these escapades, and they'll look to do it again, but even bigger. Any potential harm, why worry about it? Like all of us playing Diablo, or any game for that matter, they just want to see the big numbers. And so yeah, it's gonna get worse. Diablo 4's whole beta strategy just seems ludicrous. But we'll look back on it and will just be another step to wherever we're heading. And there's not much we can do aside from just accept it. Keep eating our fried chicken and clamoring over the next hot thing that'll lead us in the door and straight to the till. Maybe, just maybe, we can expect these companies to stop taking advantage of our insatiable need for exclusivity. That they may see the error of their selfish, grubby little ways. Or at the very least, you know, tone it down just a little bit. But the realist in me knows that they'll never change. The best I can do is avoid buying that little piece of chicken, no matter how appealing it may be.